Hello pedestrians, welcome back to the channel of H-Ero. This will be part 30 of a town uncovered, guys. It's 30, guys. Holy smokes, guys. 30 episodes, man. This game is quite the long game, isn't it? So I kind of went to like Kiseki's Patreon, and it says that the story is 85% complete at the moment of recording this episode, this intro actually. Man, this is gonna be quite a long game, guys. But it's not bad. It's not bad this long. It's quite good actually, because there's more content for me to like record and post up to a public platform. And also, guys, don't forget that I have a Patreon too, guys. If you guys want to see the uncensored version as well, just let me know down in the comments if that's a good price. If not, I could change the price. But without further ado, guys, let's just dive right in and let's see the world that Kiseki has to offer in a town uncovered. So let's go! Hello pedestrians, welcome to the channel of H-Ero. Today, I'll be continuing on playing A Town Uncovered. So this is be part 30, guys. Wow, 30 parts of this game. This game's gonna be pretty long. I already feel it in my bones, guys. Oof, it's gonna be quite a long game. So I don't know, once I finish this game, I might take a break or something, who knows. But okay, so last basically did what our Mr. Smith told us to do, and that begged Mrs. Smith to do as well. So we finally made it to the office place where Mr. Smith actually works, and we got to introduce so many characters that works in this office. Get to meet the manager, meet new characters as well, and we did our first mini game as well, which is kind of fun actually. Just a little bit of fun. Finish off with the day, and we're gonna go downstairs and just leave this place actually. So let's see where to go next. So we're gonna go downstairs. If this lets me press it, there you go. Let's go here. Well, that wasn't too bad of a work day, all things considered. All you did was get the run around from the manager and his assistant. It doesn't count as actual work day. Get off your high horse. Gee, thanks for always being a positive influence in my life and celebrating my accomplishments. Last time I checked, doing the bare minimum shouldn't be considered an accomplishment. Can't you just let me be proud of myself for 5 minutes? You've done nothing to be proud of. You better remember this whole job is an opportunity for you to face reality. Out here in the real world, there ain't gonna be nobody to pat your back just because you feel you did something right. You just shut your mouth, keep your head down, and you do as you are told. That's kind of weird when like he jumps and then he's the one talking though. Do you even listen to yourself when you talk nowadays? What's your problem? Seriously. Don't talk back to me, boy. You are on very thin ice. Now shut your mouth before I decide on heading home by myself and leaving you to walk your way back. Doesn't sound too bad if it means I don't have to share a close space with you. Why, you little... Oh, what now? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Piss someone else off? Watch your damn mouth, boy. God, this day keeps getting worse and worse. Tell me about it. Well, looks like your wish to walk home is going to be granted. I've just been called over an extra late night shift out of nowhere. I'm not in a position to deny since I've been called by name to do it. So, count your lucky stars. Well, talk about your attitude later on. Do not miss this opportunity I'm giving you. You will remain here until you prove yourself to be used to me. And if I'm lucky, that's going to be real soon. What do you mean by that? We'll find out eventually. Head straight home. I'm warning you. If they ask, tell them I'll be working late and won't be home tonight. I'll doubt they will ask or care. I know I wouldn't. Always a pleasure talking to you. Man, I just love their conversation. It's so good. They just piss each other off. It's so good. Oh, is Eloise? That's how you pronounce your name? I keep thinking that I'm reading your name incorrectly. Eloise? Whatever. I'm gonna keep reading it like that. You guys could correct me down below in the comment section how you pronounce her name. But let's continue on reading. That definitely didn't seem to be the case. Oh God, you saw all that? I'm afraid I did. Sorry, I doubt it helps with the initial impression you have of me. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Plus, you did warn me this was the sort of thing you dealt with, so don't worry about it. Granted, I wasn't expecting him to just go ahead and make a scene in the workplace. I got some flashbacks to my own father watching all that. God, I'm so sorry. I feel like I should be the one saying that. At least to know that regardless of an asshat he could be from time to time, it was thanks to him I became the woman I am today. Don't let him drag you down, and you could do it too. I can become a successful and beautiful businesswoman then? Oh my. Well, aren't you a silver-tongued devil? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna like you. I don't usually let people go by with giving me compliments, but I could make an exception for you. Aw, that's adorable. Delivery needs some work to take it over the edge, but it's not bad. At the very least, I can confirm I wasn't expecting it. I wouldn't normally let just anyone shoot compliments at me, but I feel like I like you. I feel like you need all the help you can get with this. Sorry, I can't seem to shut my mouth sometimes. It's quite alright. I'm quite flattered, really. Anyway, I did promise you a tour of the place, didn't I? That you did. Isn't it a little late to give me a full tour of the place? I don't want to keep you here longer than I have to. I'm sure you have a home to get back to, and I'm going out of your way to give the unexpected intern a tour of the facilities. Doesn't sound like the best way to spend the weeknight. Well, maybe not. But I did promise I am a woman of my word. And seeing all of that, it's clear that you won't be getting any help from that man. I'll be the one to help you out. You really don't have to, you know. I want to. Plus, I can't have an employee running around with no idea where he is. At the very least, you should know the basic procedure in case of a fire or something alike, don't you think? That's actually a fair point, right? Besides, it does sort of fall under my job description that I have to look after my employees' well-being, you know. Interns or not. You never did tell me what you do here, actually. Or your name. Well, we did run short on the time on the elevator last time, did we not? We sadly did. I was quite enjoying our chat. So was I. It's rather refreshing to talk with someone from work without them either too scared out of their minds to talk to me like a human being or kissing the ground I walk upon trying to make themselves look good. That happens a lot with you. Comes with the position, which is, I'll tell you by the end of the tour. I want to enjoy these few moments where I can be normal with someone in the office, and to try and guess your reaction when you find out. Is it really necessary? Oh, let me have my fun. I could get very bored of the paperwork that keeps me in my office most of the time, so I'm taking this as an excuse to break that routine a little. Well, I certainly appreciate you taking the time to help me out here, so it's the least I can do. Can I at least know your name then? I wouldn't want to just call you Miss or Ma'am all tour. Fair enough. Though ma'am is what I'm most used to by now. My name is Eloise. Damn it. I think it's like Eloise, maybe? It's nice to meet you, John. Pleasure is mine, Eloise. So, how long is the tour going to take? Not that I have anything better to do or anything, but I don't want to risk what he might do if I get home after him, especially after his warning. Oh, I wouldn't worry about him so much. A little birdie told me that someone in management has a sudden need for someone to redo some paperwork. It's regarding your department all over again ASAP due to what seems to be an accidental omission of a few forms. And since he's the only employee in the department left in the building with permission to look at said paperwork, I'm afraid he has been assigned to take over the task. So I wouldn't count on him getting home anytime soon, especially considering it's around 250 or 3 forms, 250 or 300 forms he needs to look over in order to find the error. Oof. Why would they need to revision of paperwork at the time at night? Maybe it's not as urgent as I said, but he doesn't need to know that, does he? You mean, oh, you didn't. Consider a favor for someone who went through a similar situation and now has a means to help out a little. I think I'm going to like you, Eloise. And I think I'm going to like you too, John. That being said, it's a bit too late to give you the whole tour of the place, especially the side buildings, R&D division, and not to mention the warehouse of our equipment. Usually interns have around 2 or 3 days to focus on touring the whole place. And given the proper rundown of the task, they would be performing there if they're obsolete in said departments, safety guidelines, practice tests regarding examples of real-life situation, and all that other HR garbo. But since it's just you and me, I know you want to hear all that, so I'll just be showing you around the place and make conversation. I really appreciate you doing this for me, especially because you really don't have to. I know, but I want to. It's nice to have someone in the workplace treat me like a normal human rather than being a superior, and I guess we owe you for being the breakthrough needed to install the security, the camera system. I don't know where the security word came from. So, this is the least I could do for you. Well, you won't hear me complaining then. Shall we start? Better do it before it gets even later. We only have time to do the important parts of the office building, so it won't be long trip considering you have likely seen your key workspaces by now. How about you tell me a little about yourself while we walk? I can't help but feel a little curious. Alright, but only if you also tell me more about yourself too. I feel like I'm at a disadvantage considering you haven't really shared much either. And not to mention the fact you've seen me naked by now. Alright, you make a fair point. But don't expect me to see me naked to repay the favor. You're cute and all, but don't push your luck. Wasn't planning to, I assure you. You sure weren't. Okay, ready to go? Lead the way, Eloise. Alright, we can head for the employee lounge first, and then work our way up. Alright. In the meantime, tell me how your first day with us went. And by the time I finished on the last of my tasks, the old man pretty much gave me his usual attitude about the job, probably being sloppy for it to have been done so early. What the fudge? So we're being too good at the job that we got told off? What the fudge? At least that's my understanding of what he said. Had to basically sit in the corner and wait for his ass to be done so we could head home. After that, it was basically him talking me down over every single thing he wasn't pleased about, and that's how you find us in the lobby. Wow. Well, at least your coworker seems nice for the most part. Yeah, I thought the manager was going to be in the pain at first, but he does seem to care about the job and his employees. Though it's clear he is quite frustrated with the situation he's been put into, running a department everyone is expecting to fail and all. I see. And what do you think about the department so far? Well, I mean, it has equipment from the storeroom that people haven't used since the 80s. Has a small crew that everyone refers to as the rejects from other departments, and they haven't even finished setting up cubicles for everyone. And according to the manager, the higher-ups have no interest in helping this department out as they predicted them to fail and be reintegrated into general support. They definitely got the source end of the stick, that much is for sure. But, well, call me cheesy you want to, but I want to root for them. The manager is determined to push his team into meeting the number demands by the higher-ups. And the team itself has nice people in it that I would hate to see lose their job because they got put in a bad situation. Hell, 2 of them are the parents of 2 of my friends. I don't want to imagine what losing their job would mean for their families as a whole and how it will affect them as well. I want to see them succeed. I see. You and I share a similar sentiment then. We do? Of course. Then the timing of things wasn't the best, but if we're going to make such a significant move as to provide security to the town, we needed a team to specialize in handling the matters regarding our security system and the like. We're going to need a trained team to do so anyway, but thanks to the mayor picking due to his re-election campaign, he made some offers to expedite the process we just couldn't refuse. In all honesty, I hate how the situation is being handled, but it's sadly a decision made by our board. I don't even know what the mayor offered them to have the whole plan rushed in this manner, which is outrageous considering my position. And you are finally going to tell me what your position in the company is. In just a sec, we have reached the final stop in our little office tour. Wow, already? Felt like just a few seconds ago we're standing by that nice coffee machine from the engineering offices. It is a highlight of the tour, isn't it? God, Not even I have a nice as a coffee station as they do. They may be a bunch of machine jerry-rigged into a larger one, but dang, do they make it work. I have someone fetch me my order from there every morning and now have tried their whole menu God knows how many times. I was told they're rather protected of it. You have no idea. One of our higher end executives tried stealing it for their office and it ended up with the whole engineering department going on strike. Although they had to send the machine back anyway since the employees who built it needed to constantly work on it to prevent it from breaking. There are so many working parts on that thing. The only reason we don't sell the design is because it's so complicated to operate. Jeez, do they even know how that thing works anymore? At this point, I'm not sure, but they sure do love working on it. Back on point, however. The last rooms are the offices of our CEO and the corporate executive meeting rooms where the board of directors and stockholders end up meeting once a month. Normally, the lobby is the last stop in our tour as the CEO steps out of the office and gives a boring speech about the importance of our work. And how the new generation presents in the tour will surely be the driving factor of the new age innovation and the prosperity of the company and blah blah blah. God, you can't imagine how tiresome it is to go through that speech over and over again, giving the multiple tours of new interns uh, during the hiring season. My bad, guys. Sounds tedious as all hell. Which is why we're going to skip all that since you're the special case and go through the straight office instead. Wait, what? We've been standing up for a while, and I think we could use a good break, don't you think? Well, yeah, but won't the CEO get mad we are just letting ourselves in their office? Trust me, she doesn't mind. Before we go in though, do you mind standing right in front of the desk? You mean here? Perfect! Initiating program, rebooting systems, all systems online, Unit 4498 EV operational. What the hell? Unknown user detected, scanning user, scan complete, scanning employee data banks, employee records found. Hello John, welcome to the robotic company. What can I help you with today? Holy crap, right? This is one of our most popular projects within the company and investors. John, this is Evie, a virtual intelligence given a robotic body to operate tasks and usual assistant would. Hello. You guys mean an actual robot assistant? And wait, did you say she is intelligent? Is she actually sentient? Of course not, John. Don't be ridiculous. This is a virtual intelligence similar to the virtual assistant on your phone. However, she goes further beyond capability-wise. It's a very lengthy explanation, but to sum it up, she formulates personalized answers based on the information available to her, and her current personality imprints the behavior patterns that can mimic human emotion in conversation. We're still years off from being capable of making actual virtual intelligence with the capacity to learn and think on its own. Evie here is still in a development prototype that we use to test various personality imprints. She also works as a secretary, sorts through emails, paperwork, and messages faster than any human could, and sort them out to then send the most important ones. I can sort of see why they asked me to sign the robot uprising waivers. Never hurts to be prepared. Okay, let's end the tour with an exclusive look to the CEO office. Alright, Evie, open the main office doors. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that. Huh? What? What do you mean you can't do that? I apologize, Lashley. I have strict orders not to allow you in. Eloise is currently in a meeting and wishes not to be disturbed. Lashley? This again? I thought I had your scanners checked last week. Evie, initiate rescan protocols of the current user. Rescan requested. Request detected. Scanning user. Scan complete. Scanning employees' data banks. Employee records found. Adjusting behavior. Working late again, huh? Should I order the usual takeout dinner? I was wondering where that attitude went. And if you're confusing us, then there's no wonder you let Lashley come in that one time. Make sure that doesn't happen unless I explicitly say so. Well, she suddenly got more sarcastic. The current behavior patterns we are testing. Shareholders get to decide on the next module, and their choices usually go for what you expect when it comes to rich old man. This one is the sassy secretary module. Huh, that's rather tame, all things considered. Be glad you didn't get to see her when she was on Russian dominatrix. Still, no matter the module, she always seems to be ready to sass me every single chance she gets while praising Lashley. Well, Lashley tends to be nicer with me, and you spend far too much time in your office for a single woman. Though I suppose that's the reason why you're still single. Do you want to be made into scrap metal, you hunk of junk? That was a sample of the in development humor function of the sassy secretary behavior pattern painted by the TRC. Please rate your joke experience from 1 to 5. Ugh, just open the goddamn office doors. Joke experience rated 5. Opening doors now. Follow me, John, before she says something else. Shut down for the night, Evie. It was nice meeting you, John. Initiating shutdown. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Damn, that's like the same, I think she's like the same robot that we saw from the other world experience, right? And I think it's part 11. Where like we get to see her like near the end where she tried to like chase us and kill us. And she's probably the same one that's trying to like sneak us, try to take us to the other world or something. Who knows? This robot seems familiar somehow. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's probably the same one, but maybe the alternate version of it. God, she can be so annoying for a glorified smartphone assistant. Sorry about that. I have so many questions, which I'll be happy to answer it, but let's sit down first, alright? We have been walking for a while. Fire away. What do you want to know about? You are the CEO? Ah, so you finally figure out what my job in the company is then. Well, you're certainly not with HR. Smart boy. But why did you tell me you were then? Oh, but I never say I was or wasn't with HR now, did I? Although technically, my bad. I am part of it considering the whole department runs under me, don't you think? Isn't that a technicality? Yeah, exactly. The corporate world is built upon facilities, John. Why the hell are you moving while she's talking? So, how does it feel to be the CEO of a large-scale company? Weirdly enough, not the strangest thing that has happened to me recently. Is that so? Long story. Now you got me all curious, though. But seeing as I've been leading you all night, answer your question. Alright, next question. So, you and Lashley are... She's my sister. Yes. Huh. So running things through the family goes in the family then. Well, considering how my father was a priest and was a leader in the community, I suppose so. That's all I really want to say regarding that. I don't really like to go into detail about my sister. Is there a reason for that, or... She and I don't have the best relationships, okay? And that was saying something considering we have similar relationship with our father. So let's leave it at that for now, okay? I didn't bring you here to talk about my sister, you know. Truth be told, I was hoping you'll find out about it much later. I'm sorry I brought it up. I kind of read that last sentence wrong, but well. Oh, it's okay. I guess it's natural for you to ask immediately after figuring it out. Why do you bring me into your office? I mean, you said yourself that the tour usually ends just outside your office. So why are we here then? Ah, there's the question with question of the $1,000,000. Why indeed? Why am I going out of the way to get to know you? Why am I taking the trouble to personally take you all over the place and even show you the office no intern has ever seen before? Why am I asking so many questions all of a sudden? Any guesses, John? Well, you suddenly decided to be cryptic all of a sudden. Maybe I've always been and you have just never noticed. Who knows? Well, now I feel uneasy. Don't be. I'll hear everything in just a bit. But let's tackle your questions first. Well, I think that's it actually. That's really all you want to ask after coming this far with me? Were you expecting something else? Well, I think the woman here presented wants to sleep with us. Who knows? Maybe, but this will do nicely. At least you didn't ask to go into detail about my father. You said we have similar situations right now regarding the father figures, and I had enough of old ass hat men for today, or for the day. No offense, of course. Ha! None taken. I suppose I can't blame you for it. Alright, I promise to answer what this is all about, and I will. Had enough of the mystery woman play? Oh, hush, let me have my fun. But truth be told, I've been interested in meeting you for a while, John. In meeting me? Considering how you are all my sister talks about lately, I can't help but get a little curious. All the good things, I hope. Oh, quite so, actually. Perhaps too much, even. Your records, your personality, who you hang out with? I mean, she had plenty of problem students that she has taken an interest in. And I'm sure your little disappearing act must have scared her, but sheesh. If I didn't know better, I see she has a crush on you. I'm not sure that's the case. Dating a student doesn't really seem like something she would do just like that, you know? Especially considering the whole relationship with the big man upstairs and her beliefs and all. Oh, is that what you think? If you say that, John, there's nobody in this world who knows my sister better than I do, despite my own wishes on the contrary. She tells me everything that goes on that little head of hers, and whenever she has the chance, I come to recognize certain signals of her. As her pure faith as she claims to be, she has the tendencies of letting some very dirty thoughts in her head. Man, so director actually wants us. Ooh, I kind of get that feeling when we were doing her side story. Let's continue on. I wasn't planning on doing anything about it since I never thought I would see you face to face, and yet here you are. A lost little lamb on the corporate world who also just so happens to now work on the biggest thorn on my side right now. Okay, well, we're back to the mystery woman act then. I assume you're going somewhere with this? And what was the part about you planning to do something? I'm getting there, John. No reason to get nervous. You see, John, I have a bit of issue right now. As an issue regarding the system, regarding the department you're working at, and I need someone I can trust to take care of it. You're not going to ask me to mess them up, are you? Listen, I like you and all, but I'm not going around and mess with people's lives like that. Glad to see you have your priorities straight then. But you're in luck. My task for you is the exact opposite, John, my bad. I need someone to keep me informed on how I can help them. You want to help them? Of course. After all, I'm directly responsible for the creation of the whole department in the first place. So now it's my responsibility to make sure they can function optimally. And you need a random intern to help you out with this. I mean, you are the CEO of the whole place. Can you just, I don't know, do something about it directly or something? Normally, you have a point there. I have enough power to, in this company, to do whatever I damn please. But I'm afraid things aren't as simple as that in this particular situation. How come? Well, long story short, seeing how our move to the public security market was greatly rushed by the panicking mayor and our board members, I knew we would be having a plethora of issues from the customer base, as the security system we are installing is still pretty much a prototype. I mean, you guys are pretty much going to be acting as our test subjects for the equipment as we work out the software for a later widespread release. So that's why it's a free installation and maintenance. Yep, Major basically wants to run with the narrative that he is doing such a great job with the budget of his campaign that there is enough for him to spurge improving the town's safety. While the surveillance systems on the public street does run on us, the trade-off to add the 24/7 monitor alarm system for our homes came at the cost of you all helping us test the hardware. Along with a few other things, the mayor is giving us the sidelines that I'm not in the liberty to say. Can't say I'm surprised by all this. Greed is the basis of all business, John. The sooner you learn how to make other greed work in your favor, the sooner you can rise up in the corporate world. Politics and business do tend to go hand in hand after all. All of this is still legal, right? Let's focus on the topic on hand for now. I realize that our own technical support department for our industrial and high-end customer is far too specialized on their respective corners in the market. Logistically, there you go, tongue twister there. It made no sense in both a professional and moral level to allow their respective departments to be flooded with inquiries from this new venture, especially considering how specialized each department is and how new the product is. There's bound to be a lot of calls while we test and improve the system, so we need a specialized department was more than obvious. You make the department sound super important, yet you guys aren't doing the best job at helping them set up a shop. Because someone is making sure that's the case. Alright guys. I know we're in the middle of this cutscene, guys, but I think it's better to just end it here, guys, because my footage is about to run out. So yeah, do not worry, guys, because once I upload this, I might upload the next episode as well. So you guys could see immediately what their conversation like and how it ends, basically. So, pedestrians from all over the world, this will be the end of part 30. If you want to see more of a town uncovered, hit the notification bell to keep you updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so it'll help me make more of this game, well, more content of this game and maybe other games in the future as well. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this. Have a lovely and special day, and I'll see you all in the next part. Later, everyone.